Everybody, Canadian Treasure Hunter here. This is Wednesday morning. Looks like it's cloudy today. Still quite warm outside. It's well, it's about 20 degrees today right now, so it's fairly warm. Cooled off quite a bit since yesterday. Yesterday was so hot, unbelievably hot. Okay, so today I'm going to show you that wire stripper I ordered. I'll show you after this. I'll show you the segment, what it looks like and what it is, and it's supposed to be really, it's a commercial quality one, really good quality one. It's a CWS 55 wire stripper. I'm picking up basically shipped to my door for around $1,400, and that's with shipping is well, shipping's included, but since I don't have a commercial address, they ship it to my house directly. They just charge a $35 service charge. Wasn't too bad, so I'm happy about that. So I'm off to the post office to pick up Dan's metal detector. I ordered him a multi-cruiser, Nautica multi-cruiser with a 5-inch coil. So I just got the slip here yesterday. Looks like the parcel's in. So I'll show you a picture of the box, if it's in a box. I'm not sure if it's in a covered box or an open box looking, I'm not sure. So, and then I'll get that to Dan. We'll do a field review on that. That's the macro, yeah, it's a macro multi-cruiser. It's a 3-frequency metal detector, and it's supposed to be really good. A lot of people in Europe are using it and they're very happy. It's good waterproof ratings and everything. Okay, so anyways, what I'll do is I'll pick that up there. I'll show you the box if there's a picture on the box. If the box is covered in cardboard, well, I won't show you. I'm not going to open it. I'll let Dan open it up. So we'll do the opening debut with Dan when I drop it off to him. Okay, stay tuned for the adventure. I gotta look at one job here. I did an asbestos removal job, and there was a couple issues they wanted to check out. Something was hidden between a wall and a couple things they want me to look at. So I'm going to look at that for the QP guy, determine if there's any additional work they got to do. If not, he's going to give him the QP letter. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's see how this adventure goes. Thanks, and we'll show you more. I'll be a Canadian Treasure Hunter here. I just ordered a wire stripper out of Ontario. It's a CW55 wire stripper. I'll show you. There's the picture of the feed area. That's the back portion where the wire comes out. Side portion with the motor. The motor's down there. There it is. And then I'm gonna go to the page. I purchased it right now. It's on sale for $12.99. It's 110 volts, 2 horsepower motor, high-speed steel blades. Wire process speed up to 100 feet a minute. Self-adjusting blade height. Wire range from 1 millimeter to 42 millimeters. Weight is 90 kilograms, so you're looking around at least 200 pounds plus. So I'm getting that shipped to my house here. I just ordered it today. They said about 1 week to get it. So I'll do a review on it when I get it. I watched a couple videos on it. It seems to work really good. It's got a double blade system where it actually takes the wire off, or the plastic off the wire at the same time. So right now it's on sale, $12.99. Sounds like a good price. I've seen other models similar to this, and the motors weren't as rated as good. Were like $3,000. So this sounds like a good price here. Coming of Ontario out of GTA Diamond Tools. Copper wire stripper CWS 55. I'm not sure how long the sale price is on for. He told me it's a really good model, really reliable, 1-year warranty. So there it is, $12.99. Free shipping also, which kind of got me going, which is good. This item requires commercial address for free delivery. So since I didn't have a commercial address, he charged me $35 extra to ship it to my house. So that's okay, that's no big deal, $35. Either way, the shipping's basically free in my eyes, considering the parcel's over 200 pounds. Okay, stay tuned. That should come in about a week or 6 business days, he told me. So let's figure a week and a half. Okay, thanks. Okay, here it is, the multi-cruiser. It's the way they shipped it from Ontario. Kind of a small box, but anyways, just land or underwater. It's a good water rating, IP68, up to 16 feet, waterproofing. Bring hunted out sites back to life. Looks like a pretty good one here. Excellent discrimination, unmasking ability, high performance, and unmatched depth. Advanced beach mode, extra underground depth, fast recovery speed, 6 search modes, 2.4 gigahertz wireless headphones, online firmware, vibration, lightweight, 3 pounds, built-in battery, LiPo battery. Okay, looks pretty good. Dan should be super happy about this one. Okay, this is the way it came. Just want to show you. It's supposed to have a 5-inch coil and also in a box. They must have put it in there before they shipped it. Okay, we'll show you more later. When I get to Dan, I'll show you when I get to Dan's place. Thanks. The AC unit. It's all complete, undisturbed. I grabbed some breakers. That's a side panel. There's also another panel. Got a DVD player and a little bit of brass here. So I'm gonna get this part of that TV set out. I like to get those feed horns up there, but a little bit too high for me to get to. But those will have really nice gold boards, gold-plated boards in there. I pulled a couple apart, the feed horn area, and there's some cast. There's also cast in there, cast aluminum. Okay, let me get the TV set out there. I don't have my side cutters here. It's too bad because there's a few things I like to get, but I don't have the side cutters. It's all in my other truck. Okay, let's see how it goes. There it is, contents of one small, probably 15-inch, 16-inch TV set. There's your copper. That's off the what do you call it? I forgot the name. But anyways, that's the circuit board, some IC chips in there, and who knows what other parts. This is copper also. That's copper. I guess that's called yoke. There, that's off the yoke in the back. So it's copper. This looks clean copper. This is number 2 here because it's got this black varnish on it. This looks like clean copper. Okay, that's the TV set there. Let's see what else I'm going to rummage out of here before I go. Okay, here's one fuse box, the original one to the house. It's a Square D company. That's all the breakers I got here. I'm going to smash this one open here. I'll show you how big. That's a 100 amp breaker. I'll show you how big, or how big the silver contacts are. You can see it's an old, well-used fuse box. Sure, you might be able to sell it, but you know, is anybody at risk putting a used breaker from a box that's probably from 1940s or 50s? I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to pop it open later before I leave, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Okay, so here's the 100 amp breaker one. I just want to show you what's in it. I'm going to smash it apart carefully. A couple aluminum pieces there. Okay, that's pretty small, this one here. Usually they're bigger than that. That's a small piece of silver right there. This has got a copper wire there. I don't even see nothing on that one. Maybe it fell off. Who knows? Yeah, so this one's not, the Square D one's not that good. Actually pretty poor, to be honest. Yeah, that one's not that good. But I'll show you another one that I took apart. See, this thing's got to be checked. Like, this pole's got to be tested and checked. I don't know if that's a contact here. Maybe that's a contact too. On that elbow part right there. So there is a contact, but it's got to be checked because sometimes that could be silver. You don't know. Gotta be checked. Okay, let me dig out the other one I found the other day, and I'll show you how big it is. It was the same size breaker, but a different company. That's a different brand. See how thick that is? Really big contacts there. This one here, like, they're quite a bit smaller. See that? See, there's more contacts mixed in here, but anyways, you can see the difference. Look at that. How thick that is. Look how small that is. So every brand is differently, right? That's the Square D, had the small one, but the other one I don't know what it was, to be honest. It was a 60s home. So anyways, that's what it is. Just want to show you the difference between different type of breakers. These are 100 amp breakers, by the way, both of them. Okay, about one of my demo houses that I tested here for asbestos. I'm just checking a couple things out here. Inspector wanted me to look at something. I did get an air conditioner right now. A portable one. I got the inside, some broke apart. Might grab that fan right there. And I see a TV set over there I'm going to take apart. Take out the copper. So I'm going to check this out here. It's pretty greasy, so I don't know, we'll see what I'll do. Okay, and then I'll show you the inside. It had some drywall issues and had some insulation. And I'll show you the after the inspector went back 4 or 5 times to get it done properly, so the guys finally got it done. And I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, stand by. Also, the one that had the really thick contacts is silver. See how the wire is thicker than that, and that's the cheaper one is right there, the cheap one next to it. There's a big difference in thickness in wire also, and it's the same amperage breaker. Someone told me, I looked at the internet, when it's got that tint in there, that means there's just silver in that wire a little bit versus pure copper and somewhat silver coating in there. But also in the breaker, like I say, you have that stem is copper contact part and the wire, so you're actually getting silver contacts plus you're getting copper out of there. You know, some of the copper might be hard to get out of, maybe hard to say. There's a rivet on that one, but I'm sure if you bang it on the hammers, it's going to break off. Or you just use a pair of pliers and twist it off. But look, you see, that's the difference. Good breaker, lots of silver, lots of copper wire, thick copper wire. Cheap breaker, very small amount of wires. That's the difference there also. Okay, I want to show you in the fuse box. There was it's copper. It's just like a solid little bar in there where the contacts were for all the breakers attached to. So I have two, and I get it's probably at least a half a pound. It probably almost feels like a pound. This stuff here, I'm not sure what kind of metal that one is. It could be brass or something. This one here, it's not aluminum. It's too heavy of a material, but so say it's half a pound. So that's basically at least $1.50 to $2 just for this piece here. So it came out easy. I just hit with a hammer and popped right out. I found this also in the yard. It looks like it's brass. It's copper or brass. See that? It's very heavy. It's probably about. It's kind of a little bit dirty, but I might be able to cut the section off or something. Not sure what it was used for, but it's brass or copper. It's got to weigh about 2-3 pounds right now. 2 pounds for sure. I'm thinking it's probably some sort of it's almost like a decorative thing, maybe for a lamp or something. But anyways, I'll take these out, or I'll cut it. I'll have a clean piece. So there's scrap everywhere you look, like especially here. Look at this. There's just stuff buried in there. I can't get it all. I don't have a side cutter, otherwise I would have grabbed. There's wire, data wire, and there's all sorts of different things around here. So can't get all, but you know, just look. Hopefully something will pop up. But anyways, I had to come here regardless. So it's not like I wasted my time. I came here. I had to come here. So I did my business. Looked at what I had to. Basically, there's no issues for me here. It's just the inspector just wanted me to look at a couple things, and everything looks good. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to move on. I have an inspection to do. I'm going to try to go to the New West Gypsum and dump my drywall first. It's less busier in the afternoon, so I'm going to go home. And from Surrey, I'm going to, I guess it would be like New West area. Okay, well, I'll have video of that probably, and then when I do the inspection, I'll show you that one. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're in New Westminister, approaching Sapperton. Sapperton's just where you see those big cranes up there. I worked on these high rises myself in 89, 90. They're called the condo castles in New West right there. There were like about over 20 some plus stories there. I worked on that. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a little more as you get further. Just stand by. Okay, all these buildings here are sitting on this hillside. Used to be a penitentiary, a jail. Went back really early. I'll show you the, it almost looks like a castle. I'm not sure how early it was. It goes back pretty early, but they made a condo development of that whole jail site. But they only kept the one part of the jail there, the original front entrance. I'll show you as we get a little closer, just beyond these trees. There's the Fraser Rivers on that side. That's the SkyTrain line. Goes all the way into Coquitlam, I guess. Stopped in New West, but it's changing all the time now. So I think it goes into Coquitlam also from here. If I'm right or wrong, I'm not sure, but I think it does. Okay, let me see if I can see. Yeah, the entrance to that building is right there. BC Penitentiary. Yeah, I'm thinking like 1860s. I'm not sure if I'm right or not. 1880s, I would think for sure. But that was the original entrance to the BC Penitentiary. Went back really early. And they made it into kind of a restaurant now and a bunch of other stuff there. But that's the old building right there. Kind of a cool looking building. There's a lot of history there. There was even people that got buried. Inmates were hung there, got buried there. All kinds of things were done there. I remember when they were tearing down the buildings and digging up, I was looking for old bottles. And then we did find some old bottles there, not a lot. Most stuff was broken. Anyways, that site over there, if you're looking at that, all those cranes over there, that was a brewery there. New Westminister Brewery, I believe. It's a different, they changed the name later, but anyways, the brewery site over there, they're building lots of things there now. Let me get a little closer, step by. Okay, we're entering basically Sapperton. It's a part of New Westminister. It goes back really early 1860s. Original, they call them sappers. They were getting sap from trees for syrup and all that. They call them sappers, which goes back really early. It's the outskirts of New Westminister, called Sapperton. Anyways, there's an old brewery, like I say, where those high rises are. Just traffic's so heavy here, hard to show you much, but there's a bunch of industrial down here. My drywall dumping site's just over there. Just hopefully the light changes in a second, but a lot of history in New Westminister, like I say, goes back to 1860. It's a pretty early district. So I'll show you the buildings here they built there. Sits on the old brewery site. Right now, like I say, they're building major stuff there, but in the early like 1970s, guys were digging. They were digging like the roadway out here, and they got into a part of a brewery dump. And there was a lot of broken beer bottles from the old brewery from about 1880s, 90s. Somewhere in this area, I don't know exactly where, but they were digging a big sewer line in. So they, from that side, they dumped their garbage over the hill here. I guess it was all filled in over time. There's the SkyTrain station right there. Major development going on. There's hospitals behind there. It's called Historic Sapperton. That's the hospital you see right beside here. Right up there is the hospital, Royal Columbian Hospital. And like I say, my place I'm going is just beyond this hill here. But they're just building like mad out here. Everywhere you look, every city, municipality, they're just building like crazy. The boom is everywhere. Not just, it's in everything. It's housing, residential, commercial, everything you think of. They're building warehouses. It's just a major boom. I've seen so much within the last 10 years. I've seen so much change that in the next 20 years we will not recognize most of the cities. They're just overdeveloped, getting overdeveloped. They're building condos in the middle of residential areas. It's amazing what they're doing. But anyways, I'll show you the dump as we get closer. Okay, we're approaching the dump site. Looks like 3 or 4 cars in front of us. not super busy. I've seen this place really busy, but it's not too bad. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I've been sitting in here for about 10 minutes, really slow. That guy with a dump, he just dumped a load, but he spent like 15 minutes taking stuff off, then he started dumping it. Really weird. Did everything by hand for about 15 minutes, and then I thought it wasn't a dumper, and now it's a dumper. So weird. Why would he waste all his time there? Now they're cleaning the bumper off, but hey, let's go. Got a lot of things to do here. It's busy today. Gotta do that inspection still, so I'm on the go. He gave me thumbs up. He said my load is good, so I'm ready to dump. Just a lot of drywall here. I can't believe it. Just how it just constantly gets bigger and bigger. Okay, just want to show the site here, but I'm gonna dump this now anyways, so I'll get back to you in a minute. Yeah, as you can see, all this drywall here, it's an amazing amount of drywall, but one good thing is they're saving the environment. They're actually recycling it all. If this wasn't recycled, you know, 1,000 times this amount would be in a landfill. So it's all been recycled everywhere. They separate the paper, the gypsum, and all that. That's my load right there. Came out with 2 piles there. I had a guy in front of me wouldn't move, so I kind of had to go back and forth. Anyways, all this being recycled is actually keeping landfills empty. You know, if you had to put this in landfills, I'll tell you, it would take a lot of landfill would be already filled up. So doing a really good service to everybody here is recycling. It does cost money, but hey, keeping a landfill and separating the paper, so recycling the paper, you would hope, that's what I think they're doing, recycling the paper, but the gypsum for sure gets recycled. But they say they can't keep up here. They have to open another plant soon, because this location here, it gets way too busy. They have no time to process the materials. It's taking forever, and they are open 12 hours a day right now, and then they close at 4:30 on Saturdays. Okay, we'll see. I'll let you know what the weight is and all that, what I paid and all that. Just left the dump site here. It was actually $3.50 with tax, roughly a few pennies over, $3.50. Basically, you're looking at about just a hair under 2 metric tons of drywall. So it was a pretty heavy load, but I could still went another 700 kilos on my truck, so it wasn't overloaded or nothing. It was around 7,500. I go 8,200 almost. So anyways, I just want to let you know it's expensive. Drywall's heavy. Anything with texture on here makes it extra heavy. If the drywall's real thick, it gets heavy too, or when it gets wet, it's even worse. My dad used to have one. We were kids. I remember my dad having a truck like that, 65 Ford Econoline. His had windows in the corners with a straight 6-cylinder. Really nice little truck. My dad put a heavy duty. We ran in there and we used to haul scrap metal when I was a kid. I remember I was probably about maybe 10 years old or something. We were doing scrap metal for my dad, and then we'd haul it up, fill the truck up, unload it. That's the good old days, I'll tell you. But that was pretty neat trucks, getting rare to find. His kind of rotted in his backyard. Yeah, I guess he wasn't driving for many years. It sat in his backyard. It started rusting out. But very cool looking truck vans. The vans are similar to it, the same body lines, but they made it into a pickup truck. But the one he had, like I said, it had corner windows at the back corner, and I used to sit on top of the mortar cover. Mortar cover is in the middle. I'd sit on top of that, and there'd be 2 seats on either side. Anyways, I got a train coming through here. I can hear it. But anyways, just wanted to let you know it's a cool looking van, or a cool little truck. Anyways, okay. Here waiting for this train to go through. I just want to talk about scrap. Basically, I was scrapping as early as probably 5 or 6 years old for my dad. My dad would, you know, buy cars, and he'd always work on cars when we were young, and you know, he'd have all these junk in the yard, just junk metal and just anything junk. I don't know how he accumulated it back then, but I remember loading trucks with him, unloading the scrap metal. He used to work in Atlantic Scrap Metals. We're talking about probably 60s, early 60s, I would think. And what he used to do is he worked there, and then he also worked into a hardware store. Worked 16 hours a day to basically feed us and all that kind of stuff to get us through school. But anyways, he used to bring home scrap where we could process. He used to bring, remember, if everybody knows, in your older rotary telephones, like the ones that were telephone booths, there were rotary dials. These dials are brass, but they had metal mixed in there. So we were kids, we were getting paid 15 cents a pound to clean the rotary dials up with a chisel, a hammer, a screwdriver, whatever it took to make it clean. You know, some you had to unscrew things with a nut, with a nut or pliers. But in actual fact, is we're, you know, back then, you know, we're talking about early 70s, right? We were making, you know, 15 cents a pound processing scrap metals, and you know, it was kind of something for us to make extra sideline. Then we went to another guy. He had copy printers, and these things were all heavy cast aluminum bodies at that time. So you had to take all the metal off there and process the body. At that time, aluminum was always 50 cents a pound. I remember last 30, 40 years, brass was 60, copper was 80 cents a pound for many, many years. It was like the cartel had a control on the materials. Now, like I say, brass is anywhere from, well, they try to pay you 60 cents dirty. Any kind of dirt on there, they say 60 cents, but you know, I was getting like 150, but now they're saying 225 for super clean brass. No contaminations, 225 a pound. So prices are a lot higher. I guess now it's more controlled by big scrap yards, not the mom and pop scrap yards where they can just charge anything they want. Anything dirty, like you used to pay 15 cents a pound for aluminum if it was a little bit dirty. Even a screw in there, they were saying, I know it's dirty. Now your odd screw don't matter, especially if it's a window frame. They still give you like 58 cents a pound. So times have changed, technology's got better, less manpower, people using tools, more mechanical. You know, they have shredding machines that separate the materials versus things done by hand. Still, there's lots of stuff done by hand in some of the poor countries like China, India, South America, Africa. But you know, either way, is these machines, they cost, you know, many thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they'll process large amounts of waste. You know, they'll separate the copper, the plastic, the iron, basically by magnets and all sorts of inducting things with water. I mean, there's many ways of doing it, but anyways, technology's got better. The demand's got a lot higher. There's more building, more construction. The demand is very high, so you know, the demand is there. But anyways, just want to share you a little bit of that. The train just passed now. They're opening the gates here. Gonna start stepping on it now. So anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share. Have a great day. Thanks for all the support. This is Canadian Treasure Hunter. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Just as I thought it was the last train, another train again. Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Oh, it's not too bad. Not like those 100 long ones there.